What's hiding underneath things can be scary. Underwater, under your bed, especially what's under your carpet. Except when you get new carpet from Carpet One Floor and Home. After tearing up your old carpet, they'll vacuum and apply Health Annex antimicrobial to your subfloor, disinfecting and killing mold, mildew, and any remaining general awfulness. Carpet One Floor and Home goes the extra mile to protect you, your family, and your home. Carpet One Floor and Home in Columbia, making your home beautiful, guaranteed.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Tuesday, September the 20th. I want to introduce you to a very nice lady, and she's a doctor, Dr. Smrita Dorairajan from the VA hospital. Good to have you here, doctor.
Hi, Paul. Always nice to reconnect with our friends.
Yes, it is. Many times when you're on, we talked about kidney disease and keeping our kidneys healthy, some of the mistakes that people make, but today you wanted to deal with organ donation.
Yes. So it is the need of the hour because over 100,000 Americans are in need of an organ, and about 20 people die per day waiting on the organ transplant list, and 6 new people are added every day to the transplant list and waiting for organs.
So there are approximately 100,000 people on the list.
Yes.
And how many people a day die because they can't get an organ?
20.
20 people a day die.
Yes. And the good news is a single donor after his death can save up to 8 lives. And if they were to take his tissues too, like skin, cartilage, bones, he can save 75 lives. So that is the least we can do after our death to donate our organs.
Yes.
So there are several myths around organ donation. So I want to bust some of the common myths so that to encourage people to donate.
Okay.
So the very first one they think is that if they are listed as an organ donor, the doctors may not resuscitate them in a life and death
situation. And that's not true.
Yes. So I want to reassure people that doctors always work in the best interest of the patient, and we try every effort, and we are not going to take one life to give other lives.
Okay. So just because you are an organ donor does not mean they're not going to try to resuscitate you, unless you have a do not resuscitate order.
That is correct.
Yeah, and I have a do not resuscitate order.
Yes.
And I think that's your own
your personal choice.
Decision, right.
But just because you're listed as a donor doesn't mean that we won't give our best effort.
Okay.
And then the other myth is people think that the body may be disfigured after organ donation and an open casket funeral would not be possible. So that is another myth that I want to bust. So the body is handled by professionals and the organs are harvested by professionals, and an open casket ceremony is possible and your body's dignity is maintained.
How soon do you have to have your organs harvested after you die? Because I know there's some confusion there. Can you die at home and still be an organ donor?
Yes. So certain vital organs require like a brain death. So the heart still needs to be beating, but they are like brain dead. So the kidneys, the heart, all those organs require a brain dead donor. And the facilities are available that the organs, once harvested, can be preserved for a certain amount of time, but it's about 9 hours or so.
Once they've been harvested?
Yes.
All right. Let's say if you die at home, your brain and your heart has stopped beating. Are your organs able to be transplanted if you die at home? They have to take you to the hospital, right?
Yes,
they take the body to the hospital.
They'll take the body to the hospital.
And they can immediately then take the organs out?
Yes.
All of them?
Yes. So it depends on each organ. Like the kidney, before 24 to 36 hours, it needs to be like harvested to be used.
Okay.
So each organ, I think the life is different because of the blood flow and
What
things
about the
like
heart?
that. Heart, I'm not really sure, but I think most organs can still be harvested if we get to the hospital in the correct time and if they declare brain death and work on it quickly.
Now, if you want to be an organ donor and you have that on your driver's license.
Yes.
Do you have to do anything else, or is that sufficient?
That is sufficient. So like I said, that's the commonest way to indicate. Go to the state registry or declare on your driver's license.
Okay, I have it on my driver's license. Does that mean that when I die, hopefully not for 100 years or so, but whenever that time comes,
yes,
that they know that I'm an organ donor and they will go ahead and take whatever they
can. Yes. So the other common misconception is people think they are too old or they're not in the pink of health and so they cannot be organ donors. But I would say for everybody to go ahead and list, because the medical professionals and the experts, they will decide. And age is not an absolute contraindication at all.
Okay.
And the oldest donor was a World War veteran in the Second World War, and he was 95 years old.
And
his organs were used. So I would say to go ahead and list, and when the time comes, that decision would be made by the medical expert team.
So you don't have to do anything else as long as you have signed up with the state registry.
Yes.
When you die, does your name pop up and say, whoops, here,
Yes.
Paul's an organ donor.
Yes.
Let's take it. Let's take him now.
Yes.
And then they'll do it.
Yes.
Can the family come in and say no?
No. It's rare, because when you have listed it, they cannot, unless you're given the power of attorney to somebody else.
Yes. Okay. The medical power of attorney?
Yes.
So if someone has medical power of attorney over you,
yes,
even though you have stated that you want your organs donated,
then they can override.
They can override it. So if you have done this, if you want to be an organ donor and you have it on your driver's license, make sure
you discuss with
you have discussed with whoever has your medical power of attorney that you want to be an organ donor. Think about it. What are you going to do? Your body is dead. You have no more use for these. Let them take it out and give it to somebody.
It's the best gift you can give somebody. So I would say, at least after your death, please go ahead and do it and save up to 75 lives.
Okay. If people want more information, they can actually go online and Google about organ donor.
Can,
But the important thing to do is sign the back of your driver's license.
Yes.
Or when you go in, they put that little symbol on there.
Yes, they put it on your driver's license.
Yes, and then you're registered.
More information is available in the state registry as well as organdonor.gov.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doctor, thank you so much for coming by. I think this was a very important conversation we had.
I'm glad I was able to pass a good message.
Yeah, from the VA hospital. We're out of time. Pepper P, Missouri.edu. Bye-bye.